Hey Aquarius, welcome to your reading for the second half of March, where we will be going into Aries season. So let's see what we have in store for you. If you're new, welcome. Please remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get all the messages I post each month. And to my lovely loyal subscribers, welcome back, guys. Thank you for the support for over the years. Let's see what we have for Aquarius. All the other videos are out on the channel. You can check them out. We have some singles and some racy cards. And we're just going to see what's going to come out at the beginning of the second half of March. Okay, guys? Okay. So we have the Guardian. You could be experiencing a lot right now, going through so much. All these challenges are seeming like they're thrown at you at one time. So, you know, bills and a breakup and family problems and things like that, all seeming to happen all at once. This is what this is feeling like. There's a million and one things, a million and one problems, a million and one struggles coming your way this time. 7 of Pentacles. You feel sort of like maybe even angry. That with the 7 of Pentacles here, we can see that her throat chakra is boarded up and a crown chakra here. So I feel like if you are angry at people or at the world, you're keeping it to yourself. You're staying very quiet on these issues. You feel maybe that, you know, other people who have been doing bad seem to be getting it good. And you who've been living the right way, doing the right thing, being kind to people, being aware of your karma, because, yeah, Aquarius, you've already been judged here. You know, that's Aquarians, that's why they have that good nature. They've already been through Libra. So, yeah, I feel like you're angry maybe at why is all these things happening to me and to the people who it should be happening to, who should be getting their karma. It doesn't appear to be to you. So the fact that, you know, your blessings have been delayed and, you know, these challenges keep coming, I'm not surprised. Your crown chakra here is, you know, showing up. It's because you have done a lot of ascension. When we ascend, we clear karma quicker. So it can be like a lot of things happening to you, even though you're doing the work and being good and putting good out there, right? It seems like the good guy here is getting all the bad stuff. So you could be angry even at the world, you know, like, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me when I've done everything right? I was the one giving love and, you know, helping this person even if they wasn't, you know, helping me and stuff. 4 of Pentacles. It can feel like they get to go on and live their life unaffected. So it's either you're thinking about a soulmate or a family member, somebody close to you who has done you wrong. I feel like it could be multiple things, actually. With that Guardian card, we see that this is a lesson to learn to love all of you and love even the dark side of you, because that will get you places and things. You know, we're not supposed to cast out the shadow side of us. We're supposed to learn to love all of ourselves, and that's what that Guardian card is about here. So it feels like, you know, you always have to be the one to rebuild yourself after somebody has, you know, torn you into pieces. Now, this is a lesson from the universe, and this is why you're having to wait on your blessings. Let me explain. This is the 7th house, so this could be a romantic relationship that you had this problem with, but like I said with the first card, it kind of feels like a lot of things happening at once. Here it seems like the universe is teaching you this lesson again because you didn't learn it. I know some people don't want to hear that. They probably clicked off right now, but the universe is got you in this repeat cycle where, you know, it can feel like the universe is doing this to you, slapping you in the face until you actually learn your lesson. And I think what you usually do when these things start happening, it's not that you don't deal with these things, you probably retreat and rebuild on your own, right? And now you're asking, why am I always having to rebuild on my own. And they get to go off and do whatever they want to do. Why are things going easier for them? You could even try to heal yourself in order to, change yourself and impress another person. But these people or person doesn't notice your change, and you're like, look how fabulous I grow and I become and I glow up and stand on my own, for somebody to come in and, leave me in pieces when they're gone. The right person that is meant for you will not find you, like this on your own firm foundation, looking fantastic and all these things growing from you, all this high vibration, and leave you in pieces. The right person is probably going to find you like this in a growing stage so you can grow together. But I feel like what happens here is you grow yourself independently on your own, because it feels like a lot of this energy is about you standing on your own, standing strong, not asking anything from anybody. I think it was last month or the month before, I told Aquarians, you've got this ultra independency. So it might feel like it's a good trait in the beginning, like I can get it done myself, I don't need anybody, but it gets tiring, Seven of Pentacles. And you could become quite bitter if you don't change this. Because you could be like, forget love. I don't want love. I don't want people. I'm not interested in them anymore. And why, if there's good out there, why do I keep getting the bad? Well, what is happening here is with this ultra independency is nobody comes to your rescue because nobody thinks you need help. And this ultra independency that sometimes you're proud of has stemmed from trauma, has stemmed from all of this that could be quite messy, if you like. And don't get me wrong, this is a beautiful mess that the divine, the universe has created for you in order to grow. Right? Just remember what shit is. It's fertilizer. So you could be going through all this and it's your fertilizer to grow. But you're not learning the root message that you're supposed to grow with somebody. You're not supposed to just meet somebody, be ultra independent, and then not like when they're not helping you or part of you, and then you're overly doing for them and you receive nothing. Seven of Pentacles, you put so much work in and you're left with nothing after all this. You're just left with the mess and the pieces that you have to pick up. And then you have to do it on your own again. And that ultra independency comes back and, we start singing Miss Independent and all the single ladies and, you must not know about me, because I feel like there's a part of you is proud of that. I've done this on my own. But there's also this part of you that is saying, I don't want to do it on my own anymore. And that's what you've got to sort of stop gagging yourself about. Yes, I need help. Yes, I need support. Yes, I need love. Because I think if you gag that part of you, and those people don't know, they could just go on and think, hey, well, they're strong. They can handle it. Right? Yes, I think over probably the last 50 years, women have been fighting for independence. And I keep seeing things where guys are saying, you wanted it 50-50, you're half-half, right? But there's also that flip side of things where there's a lot of guys who didn't want it 50-50. But if they're not stepping up and leading the way, what can you do? Like, you are then going to automatically go into your masculine energy as a woman, and it's a trap. It keeps you stuck in this ultra independent mode with nobody to help. King of Swords. So you ascend, you grow. You know, I feel like most of the times, or most of your life, you have grown very beautifully, and it's been, you know, it's made you stronger. Like they say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So you become this very powerful King of Swords, where when enough is enough, you can cut a person off if needs be and never speak to them again in your life, or you can cut them down with words. You know, you can do whichever you choose to step into, right? An Aquarian could really read somebody and cut them down and hurt them like a lightning bolt here we see in his hand. You have the power and it's in your hand. Look, I'm either gonna, you know, try talk to you first and communicate with you, and then if not, I'll use this sword to cut you out of my life, and I'll be seen as cold and things like that. But you're not cold. You're beautiful and warm and squishy here. I think you've got to learn to love that part of yourself that isn't so independent, right? A lot of the time I'm dealing with people who are codependent, and it's like I'm trying to tell Aquarians to be codependent, but I'm not. I'm saying, well, I guess I am. It's like you want to be dependent on other people or loved by other people. So we've really got to allow that, right? Because this super independency and, you know, proudness that I've done it all on my own, but there's actually some sadness behind it, having to do it all on your own and walk this path alone. Because you want somebody now, you want somebody genuine. And if you're a woman here, you want somebody really masculine. And the reason you're wanting somebody who's over masculine, so end up maybe with somebody who comes across as a player, is because you're quite masculine yourself. I'm not saying you look like a man or anything. I'm saying you're very independent. You have this ultra independency going on, which stems, here we're mirrored with that card there. So it stems from this trauma throughout life and not being able to depend on people. So you learn to depend on yourself. Somebody is coming in very quickly towards you here. That's the King of Swords energy as well. But I think if this Seven of Pentacles, we are still not ready to speak our truth, or, you know, to allow somebody into till that vulnerable part, the part where we feel squishy, you know, maybe out of fear, because it is challenging, you know, letting somebody in once we've been hurt. Then we have to understand the right person might just find us in pieces, and then you'll grow together, not find you, you know, in a good space growing and then leave you in pieces, right? Two of Cups. So we're even definitely talking about it's a soulmate that has done this to you. Soulmates are a lot of people in our life, you know, family, friends. Soulmates can be platonic and things like that as well. They're not just romantic. I know there's a lot of views on, you know, our soul family and our soulmate and stuff. So don't overcomplicate things here. This is two people who love each other, want to be together romantically, I will say. With this Two of Cups, it's offering your Ace of Cups and them offering you their Ace of Cups. But I see such vulnerability in this, and I do see a definite feminine and masculine energy, right? And I feel like that's what you want. Somebody who allows you to be in that feminine energy. Now, if somebody's always asking you, you know, to do the work and help out and take care of them and lift them up, you are definitely in the masculine energy. Even if they don't ask, but you just automatically slip into that role, it's because they're not doing that role. So you definitely need to allow yourself to be vulnerable and open. And open. Your chakras probably need cleansing, especially if your crown chakra is blocked with that Seven of Pentacles. Some of you are tired of waiting on a romantic partner who's a good fit for you. So I do understand that, you know, you're tired of waiting. Like, at this point, your soul's tired. tired of rebuilding yourself and looking after everybody else. You're tired with that Seven of Pentacles. You're putting so much in and you end up tired and on empty because you're not getting anything back. Five of Cups. So there's this sadness. There is these two cups here always in the Five of Cups, but there's this sadness that comes with these three cups alongside it, right? And again, I'm just looking at her on her own and being sad on her own and keeping it to herself, and you know, these wings protecting her from people seeing the sadness or seeing them crying. So it's like you cry, you know, on your own at nighttime and, you know, feel like, who am I? You know, why does this keep happening to me? It's not fair that it keeps happening to me here. So it's like, remember, when you block the world out, you're also blocking yourself away from the world. You could be missing a soulmate here that you're still holding on to. Seeing if you're missing somebody and you're still holding on to them, it definitely seems like a lot about yourself at the moment. This person has, you know, come into your life. You're waiting to either hear from them with the King of Swords, or, you know, rebuilding yourself after them, and, you know, finding, you know, these sad times and feeling on your own and even lonely with the Five of Cups, longing for a connection like this. But if we see here these two cards, these Two of Cups, we see she doesn't have this protection and these wings around her. She doesn't feel like she needs that protection. But right now, with this being in the heart of the reading, you feel like you need to protect yourself and go into that shell. Put up your armor here so people can't see you crying. But there's strength in this vulnerability. And it allows space to see, for somebody to see that you need holding. You need a hug. Five of Wands. This is a battle within you. If it's not like, we could say that you've had an argument with somebody and a breakdown in communication, and now we're waiting to hear with the Seven of Pentacles there, that waiting. And the Five of Cups, you're missing them. This Five of Wands here, like, if you do talk, it's arguments, or it's this battle within you, like, I do want love, I don't want love, you know, and this battle we spoke of inside yourself here, that, you know, you try to get rid of all that dark part of you, that shadow side of you, and it's more about learning to love it and live with it and allow it to manifest for you, as well as manifesting with the light. And this is how a lot of people who probably deserve not all these great things manifest a lot easier, because they're comfortable with that shadow side of them. These fives indicate changes coming, major changes and challenges here that you're going through. We did touch on that, you know, you might be going through many things happening at once. But the Five of Wands indicates this is not something that you can't handle. You can handle this, Aquarians. You can. The problem is, I know you don't want to always be handling it on your own. The Hierophant. I said the universe is going to keep you on this repeated lesson until you learn it. You'll never be good enough for a person who's not meant for you. That's for sure. So no matter how much you do for them, it's quite sad that they will take it and allow you to get on empty and then maybe leave you. And the Divine knows this is a harsh lesson. Divine's heard that, you know, you want somebody to love here with the Two of Cups. And the Divine wants to send that in for you, but you've got to let go of what's not meant to you. You've got to let go of this ultra independency and look at that trauma. When we've healed that trauma, it could be from childhood, right? It's something deep within us. So if we, let's say, you know, if we're a lady and the first person we're supposed to love is our dad, and then our dad is absent from our life, we might have abandonment issues going on. Well, I think it's not talked about enough that guys probably have the same issue with not having a father around growing up. You know? So, yeah, all the mothers, right? Some of us have mothers that I guess you think a mother is automatically supposed to love a child, and if your mother doesn't love you, it makes you feel like, what's wrong with me? What's bad in me? So you end up with this OCD of perfection. So you want to be perfect all the time because you're trying to convince the world there's nothing wrong with you. But what's going on is you're trying to convince the wrong people. The Death card. So let this be the last time you go through this, because you're going through this portal, this ending, and you're going to be reborn. So let this Death card be the last time the universe says, hey, we're going to go around with this lesson. And we're going to do it again. Because if we was to look at the universe and the consciousness as a collective energy, we can look at it very flat, I guess could be the word, very neutral. That the universe doesn't care but wants to learn. So this cycle will keep repeating until this lesson is learned. So this is an ending that will change you again, transform you here. I definitely feel like there's this longing for a home. So those of you who do have childhood issues may have not had a stable home. And this is where this ultra independency comes from, and this OCD of perfection, right? Always having to present yourself as being the perfect one, the right one. The Knight of Cups. Somebody's coming to love you. I promise you that. The divine saying, learn this lesson so it doesn't have to end again, so they don't have to walk away again, and you'll have no fear of love anymore. You'll have no fear because you finally love yourself and you finally realize, hey, I'm not perfect. Sorry, I don't want to be the one to tell you. But, you know, we shouldn't have to be perfect, right? It's not necessary. The beauty in life is diversity and being perfectly imperfect, right? And learning and growing, and the change and the love that we find in imperfection. I forgot who it is, but there's this wonderful, I think it's Japanese story about when they break plates, they don't throw them away, or cutlery or cups. They fill it with this gold lining, and it shows, you know, when something's been broken, that it doesn't mean it has less value. The gold added into it, the growth, the coming back together of the pieces, make it more valuable. So it might be that you're seeing yourself as not having any value at this time. You give yourself this ultra independency, which gives you this false sense of confidence, right? But it's not what you really want. And then you see yourself having less value. But put that together with that gold running through you, you're actually more valuable. And people wouldn't use you if you wasn't valuable. You can't use somebody who's not useful. So don't let those negative things that can come into our mind when we're feeling that Five of Cups determine who you are, because you know who you are. You're this King of Swords. Kind, fair, generous, honest, loyal. Loyal to your own detriment here. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? And again, here we see it's about you, right? It's what needs to change within you, because we can't change another person, and we definitely can't force another person to be with us. And we can't force people to recognize the changes we've actually made, because the wrong person will never see it anyway. They'll always have this distorted view of you. So this, if we're talking about family and friends and things like that, always having this distorted view of you, what do you need to do to align your life? Amra, where are you being called to journey to? So this is like a spiritual pilgrimage, things like that. You feel called and pulled to maybe even travel the world and see things, maybe even by yourself, right? You're just like, I always wanted to see the pyramids or Greece or, you know, Stonehenge and those things. I feel called to those spiritual sites. Then you've got to do what you want to do for you. And you'll probably find somebody like-minded while you're on this journey finding yourself, because like I say, the right person probably will find you in pieces just exploring yourself, and then you'll grow together. Soul family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Did you hear that, Aquarius? You do not have to do this alone. Maybe our soul family is not our blood family, but just put this call and this, you know, honest, kind vibration out into the world to call in your soul family, and then allow them to come in. They may be platonic and things like that. I guess that's why we went over that as well. They may be platonic. They may be, you know, just a friend and things like that. But they will truly love you and be with you and help you through everything you need to be with. And that's where we're going to find the love that you require on this journey. Not just in friends. I see a romantic lover. We do have that Knight of Cups there, but there is this sisterhood of the rose. Beauty and devotion, priestess, mystique, and teacher. So there's all these beautiful things coming in for you. And just remember, maybe watch the reading a few times, because there was a lot there that is tying in that we need our soul family to come in. We're looking for new people in our life because maybe the blood relatives aren't great, right? Where we not aligned here with our life, because maybe we're fighting this battle within ourselves when we need to learn to love all of ourselves. Okay, guys, good luck.